All right, in today's episode of Python Papi, we're back inside our TensorFlow course, and we're still inside our malaria ROC plots module. We actually did finish up the module. Let's have a look at what we went over today. Now, yesterday, if you recall, we did have a couple of hiccups inside of the code that was causing it not to run and throw an error. So I did get those bugs worked out. It was a couple of things that I had messed up there that I found. I had to run the code a million times to actually find it, and yeah, just go through a whole lot. So yeah, we finally got everything up and running. And this is the plot that we were trying to get here. This plot here, as you can see, this grid. And I'm gonna close it out after I'm done reading to see if anything else pops up, or is that just it? Because no numbers populated with it. So I want to see what's going on with that. But let's just give some light reading real quick. So now we can run this and see what we get. How do we include the threshold? In order to include the threshold, we are going to make use of the matplotlib test method. So before the plt.show, we will add the plt text, and then we're going to pass in the fptp thresholds. Now note that we actually have to do this for each and every point, which isn't possible since there will be too many text outputs, or will cause congestion, which I was running into. That's why I was crashing. I forgot to you see this here. We have to iterate I for every one of them. Initially, I just had it for the FP. I didn't have it for the TP or the threshold, so it was way too big to run. That's why I kept crashing, saying there was no memory space. It wasn't the other issue that I thought it was. So after I added the I, everything ran properly and smoothly. So yeah, that's what that was for. So what we can do is skip some values. So what we say is for I in range, we're going to start from 0 right up until the length of thresholds, and then we are going to be skipping some values by passing the skip. Let me show you what that looks like so far. So you can see here, our for I in range of 0 for the entire length of the thresholds, and then we implemented a skip here, and we initialized our skip to be 20. So meaning we're going to skip 20 values at a time inside of our threshold instead of trying to get the whole threshold. So that's what that is saying there. So yeah, once we skip the value, we'll pick within a given I for FP, TP, and thresholds. So we get the corresponding false positive rate, corresponding true positive rate, and corresponding threshold. Now that's done, we can run this. And once we run this and everything goes correctly, we should see our ROC plot with different thresholds. This is the ROC plot here, but I don't see the different thresholds. I wonder if these values here are the threshold numbers. Well, you can see here we have a true positive rate and our false positive rate, but on the instructor's grid there, he had an actual curved plotted line that showed his values. I don't see that on mine. So like I said, when I'm done reading, I'm going to close it out and see if another one pops up just in case. If not, then yeah, I'm just going to chalk it up to a different coding editors. Yep, so now let's create a size and just focus on the curved portion of our plot. Like I said, the instructor had in his. And we just did more of that and actually ended out this module here. So that was the end of this module. Was the ROC plot was the actual end of this module, and we started a new one that we're going to pick up tomorrow. And this one is going to be the TensorFlow callbacks. So tomorrow we'll start the TensorFlow callbacks. Now back to the ROC plots here. Let's get and close this out and see if something else populates. If this was just it. So yeah, let's get and close that. Usually when you close one, the next one pops up or the program stops running. So we'll know what's what. If another one pops up or the program stops running, that was supposed to be it. That was supposed to be it. Then our numbers didn't generate for this coding editor, and yeah, we're just gonna chalk it up to a difference of programming equipment. But everything else did go through smoothly. We were actually to work out the bugs and get everything running at least. So yeah, we got that down pat. Even if my tools and equipment aren't working just right inside of the TensorFlow and the VS Code, my troubleshooting is going to be A1 and my bug solving problems is going to be A1. And it looks like that was the end of the program because nothing else popped up and the program started running. So that was that. Like I said though, even if my I don't have a full grasp on the tools and how to implement them in every coding editor as of now, I can say that my bugging and debugging skills are going to be A1 by the time it's come to actually implement these tools inside of a live work environment. Because that's all I've been doing mostly, and I've been knocking everything out of the park so far. So yeah, but that was the end of that program. That was the end of that module, the ROC plots. And like I said, tomorrow we will start the TensorFlow callbacks, and of course I will keep you guys posted every step of the way. But for now, this is the Python Papi. You guys stay Gucci.